The Pomodoro Technique by Francesco Cirillo. Read for you by Mark Deakins. With the preface read by the author.
Hi, I am Francesco Cirillo, I am the author, and this is the preface to the 2018 edition. I wound up the first Pomodoro on a cloudy September afternoon in 1987. The setting was the terrace of a house in a medieval village 30 miles north of Rome, Sutri, where I spent my family holidays. The task was clear but scary. I want to finish this chapter. The chapter in question was the first of the sociology book I was reading for a university exam I had to take within a few weeks. That afternoon, I never imagined that one day millions of people around the world would have repeated that same gesture of winding up a kitchen timer to beat distractions and reach their objectives within the set period of time. I never imagined that I would hear the sound of ticking timers in the background upon entering an open space office full of brilliant software developers. And I would have thought it impossible for the CEO of a bank to use my same tomato-shaped timer to structure a board meeting, or that the technique would be described in such prestigious publications as the New York Times, The Guardian, and Harvard Business Review. Yet all that did happen. But how it happened still remains a pleasant mystery to me. I clearly remember the sensation I felt when that Pomodoro rang for the first time. An unusual and unexplainable sense of calm. My mind had been drifting from one direction to another like a small boat at the mercy of a storm. I need to pass the exam. I have 3 books to study. There's not much time until the exam. I'll never make it. I can't focus. I'm always getting distracted. Maybe I should stop studying and postpone the exam. Maybe I should stop studying and do something else. After the Pomodoro rang and that first time work period was over, the sea was calm again. I knew I could do it. I remember wanting to set another Pomodoro, and I had set the first one for only 2 minutes, not the 25 I would come to find was ideal. It was that sense of calmness and control I had regained that enabled me to pass the exam and led me to start my own research into the phenomenon of Pomodoros. Why does it work? How long should a Pomodoro last? How many Pomodoros can you do in a day? How much rest between Pomodoros should I allow? It took a number of years to find the answers to those questions and to organize and structure them into a technique for improving productivity. I felt it was natural to name the technique I had developed the Pomodoro. As I read this preface, the gentle ticking of that Pomodoro kitchen timer I used to prepare for the sociology exam is still with me. It has become an old friend. 31 years have passed since that September afternoon in 1987. Many things have changed since then. The development of the internet and social media have transformed our habits and behavior. Our smartphones let us know when we need to leave to get to the movies on time, or when the dinner we order from the car or taxi on the way home is 5 minutes away from being delivered. Social media and various apps expose us to interruptions 24/7. So, how is the Pomodoro technique still effective in the digital age? The most prolific source of distractions remains our own mind. What I call internal interruptions, the sudden desire to order a pizza, update your social media status, or clean your desk, can still be more frequent and disruptive than the external ones, such as the ping of a new email or a Facebook notification. The best approach to dealing with these interruptions is to accept them and treat them in a gentle way. The Pomodoro technique invites you to write them down on your phone or computer or a piece of paper and deal with them once your Pomodoro is over. This way, you acknowledge their value and have time to consider and assess them properly to decide whether they are really important or not. If in a short space of time you experience too many internal interruptions, the Pomodoro technique specifically requires you to stop and take a longer break.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?